What is going on, folks? Welcome over here to the channel. Today we kick it off with episode 5 of the Montana Cattle Ranch series. So sit back, relax, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we are doing a giveaway, information in the description below. Let's get right into this. What is going on, everybody? So today we kick it off on May 1st over here on the Montana Cattle Ranch series. And first things first, we're going to go have some fun today. But first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and try to spray some fertilizer on this field and see if that gets us to the numbers we want. Although, see, this is where I'm so confused because it's showing my pH is good and my nitrogen is good. But if we go on to the map here, this is what I'm looking for. It's showing our nitrogen's at about 60 kg. I'm not sure what kg stands for. If you know, comment down below. But we're going to go ahead and try to spray some fertilizer on it. Same with our alfalfa field. And see what we can do there. I'm kind of hoping that it works this time, because I tried to spray some before we tilled up the field, and it didn't really work out as well as I wanted it to. But let us go ahead and hop in here. And let us... I know I need to... You know what? We're going to keep the herbicide... No, we're not. No, we're not. I was going to go ahead and spray the other fields with herbicide, but I don't think it's worth it. But what I am going to do is unload this herbicide and grab some fertilizer, because we do have a little in here. Yeah, we have about 8,000 liters. And we still have a little seed left in here, so that'll help out too in the future. But we're going to fill up on some fertilizer, and we're going to go try to spray that field. So let me go ahead and fill up, and I will meet you over at the field. Alright, we made it over here to the field. We have filled our tanks up with liquid fertilizer. It took me a minute to figure out where to fill my fertilizer and herbicide up in that storage building. I've never used it before, so it's completely new to me. So let us go ahead and unfold this. Now, our application rate, our automatic application rate, is on. I'm not seeing any other settings that I do need to have on. So let us give this a whirl. We'll turn it on. Okay, there we go. It is spraying. That's definitely progress from what I had when I first tried to do this. At first we were having issue after issue and like it wouldn't do anything. But I'm looking down at the map, and it is changing the color of the map on what we're going over. Our nitrogen level is going up, but it's still not in that green. Now, I don't know if it necessarily has to be, but I don't know. This is all new to me, so bear with me, I suppose. I do like the way Precision Farming applies the spray and the herbicide, though. Like, especially when we go over here where we just did, it just completely stops. No more wasting a bunch of fertilizer and herbicide, especially on places you've already hit. That is awesome in my opinion. But let me go ahead and back it up here and line us back up. There we go. Yeah, it's so cool how it just like picks and chooses where it's gonna spray. Very cool. Now I'm okay, I'm looking up at the top left screen now, and see, it's still not in that green bar. I'm wondering if, I don't know, I'm so confused by that. If you know how this is supposed to work, please comment down below. Because, again, this is a completely new learning process for me, and I'm still trying to understand it. So let us go ahead and try to spray our alfalfa field now and see if that worked. Okay. We're putting fertilizer down. That's good. And that red is changing to orange now. So we are definitely making progress. But again, I just don't understand why we are still in the orange and not in the green. It's very confusing to me. It probably won't be once I actually learn it, but right now it's like very confusing. Luckily these fields aren't very big, so it doesn't take us long at all to do this. But I think what we're going to do is, a little birdie told me that there's an awesome go-kart track facility on this or in this area, and I think we're gonna go over there and check it out because we're still early in the year. I know we should have some fields almost ready to harvest coming up. I think the barley and the wheat field will be our first fields that we do harvest, and I think those are coming up possibly next month. I could be wrong. And then let us go ahead and take a look at the calendar. I know we have some potatoes. Okay, potatoes we don't harvest until August. Wheat won't be until July. But barley is in June, and so is canola. And I know we have a canola field and a barley field. So, if the timing is right, we may be harvesting next month. But let us go ahead and park our sprayer for now. Love this shop. This shop is so awesome. And let us hop in the pickup truck. Oops. I forgot that I changed the settings to you have to turn the engine off and turn it on manually. But I've noticed it saves a lot of time when I'm trying to switch in between tractors, and you gotta wait for it to start before you can actually take off. So we did change that up. But we're gonna head over to the new to us go-kart track and give that a whirl today. So I will meet you as soon as we pull in. And it looks like we made it over here. And they are open. I was kind of concerned about that, figuring how it's only 8 in the morning, but we don't have much to do today. So let us go ahead and park our truck, and let us go ahead and pay for a ticket. This place is pretty awesome though. I guess you can rent out, you can almost run anything here. I know they sell a bunch of equipment too. All kinds of four-wheelers, dirt bikes, go-karts. Pretty cool place. Oh yeah. Let's check out what they got really quick. So we could run some four-wheelers. I know they sell some stuff too here, but pretty cool. So let me go ahead and go into the office really quick and pay for our ticket and head out on the track. And there we go. We paid for our ticket. That was only 25 bucks, so not too bad. And they've already got our go-kart set up on the line. I think we're the only ones here today. They do have a bunch of employees here though. Unless they park over there for that business, I'm not too sure. But let us go ahead and hop in this thing and take it for a spin.
Down the railroad tracks. Woke up in Mississippi, the land of the Delta Blues. Well, there I met a man who said, son, I've got a deal for you. He said, meet me at the crossroads if you want to sell your soul, baby, I'm the man to see. You're gonna sign your own line, you'll get chosen, I'll get mine. We'll be living just like kings. You're gonna play a mean guitar every night at a different bar, from New Orleans up Chicago's way. He said, meet me at the crossroads if you wanna sell your soul, son, you've gotta pay to play.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Other than my bones feel a little jarred after that. I think they got some potholes in the track. No, that go-kart, the steering on it is very, very, very sensitive. And all you do is, if you tap a little too hard, you're putting it into the wall. But that was definitely a lot of fun. I guess we can come out here and we can rent any of these vehicles to ride out here. I guess they're building an off-road track too, but it's still not finished. So eventually we'll have a place to go run our four-wheeler, and we can also get a dirt bike eventually and go ride their track once they're done. But let us go ahead and head on back to the farm. That was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that. Although it was a little irresponsible because we don't have too much money left. But I think we'll manage. But let me go ahead and head back to the farm, and we will see you over there. So we made it back over here to the farm, and we're gonna go ahead and wash our truck up. We gotta keep this thing nice and clean, so it looks nice and sharp for us. Especially since it cost us a pretty penny to pick up this new truck. But I think that is where we're gonna call it on today's episode of the Cattle Ranch series. I hope you guys enjoyed. We didn't have too much we could accomplish today, but we do have some harvests coming up. So look forward to those. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please smash that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.